Good day, everyone. Welcome to BusinessWorld One-on-One. I'm Cathy Garcia, Editor-in-Chief of BusinessWorld. As BusinessWorld celebrates its 30th anniversary this year, the One-on-One series will gather insights from some of the Philippines' top executives about how businesses can remain relevant and resilient through disruptive megatrends. To kickstart this series, we will talk to Globe Telecom's President and CEO about one of the latest megatrends that is making headlines around the world: artificial intelligence, or AI. Applications of AI are ramping up, and AI is on everyone's minds. Globe, for its part, has established a dedicated AI group to integrate AI across its operations. GCash has been using AI for automated credit scoring, and now Globe is looking to adopt AI models for customer service. Let us now hear more about AI-fueled business transformation from the President and CEO of Globe Telecom, Mr. Carl Raymond Cruz. Mr. Cruz, thank you so much for joining us today. So I'd like to start with something that's shaping industries worldwide, AI. How do you think Philippine businesses are changing with AI right now?
Well, I think everyone in the industry is actually talking about AI. But more importantly, I think some of the corporations, organizations are not only talking about it, but really starting to deploy AI, especially in the fields of customer experience, customer satisfaction, marketing, workflows, automation, and that kind of those areas. At Globe, we have been probably one of the leaders in deployment, because instead of looking at AI as a project base, we have actually deployed AI, and we have given access to each and every of our employee, and we're not limiting access to the technology, simply because we actually want the larger organization to be comfortable in using the new technology, because at the end of the day, we are in a very fast-paced industry, telecommunications, and we need to stay ahead or two ahead of everyone else, and we do feel that this technology can keep us very, very competitive moving forward.
So I think Globe was one of the first movers in AI. You were the first to appoint a chief AI officer.
Correct.
Can you tell us more about specific examples of how you're using AI right now?
Well, we're using AI across all facets of the organization, across all facets of operations. I can give you a couple of examples, first of which would be in terms of network. What makes or break any telecommunications company is the network, because that's basically our product. So we're using the technology for network planning, determining the best possible locations where we will deploy new towers or new sites, and allowing us to predict where potential points of failure will be. That is to ensure that the experience of our subscribers on the network remain to be very consistent and also best in class. So that's one example. The second example will be in terms of human resource, where we have a platform called HireView, which uses AI to actually ensure that all the workflows related to talent recruitment, development are aided by this new technology. The third one would be in terms of marketing. We are quite big in terms of hyper-personalization. So a big part of our subscriber base now gets a specific tailor-made offer due to this particular technology. So if you are on the Globe network and you have a Globe One app, you open that app, there's a button there called JFY, just for you. And those offers, Cathy, are tailor-fit for your needs based on your profile, based on your usage, and potentially what the technology will determine you will need at some point in time.
Oh, that's very interesting.
Correct.
Yeah, I'll check it out when I use my Globe app.
Please do.
So in terms of the workplace, how is AI being perceived, and is it being embraced by employees, or is it more of like cautiously approaching AI with caution?
No, this is a space where we have been very deliberate as Globe, where we have really encouraged the use of the technology, of course with certain guardrails and governance built around the whole ecosystem. In fact, if I can show you my phone, one of the most active chat groups on our Google chat is related on AI. Because we have allowed access to all of our employees. We now have over probably close to 500 chatbots all over the organization, which was developed by our employees themselves. So it's been viewed as something that we really need to do. Again, it's not project-based. And we have been very deliberate. In fact, probably 6-7 weeks ago, we had a company-wide competition for groups to actually submit initiatives related to AI. And there were 29 very, very good entries and submissions. Narrowed it down to 29, and there were 3 clear winners. So we're going to do that on a regular basis. So it's something which the leadership team, of which I'm a part of, is very deliberate in making sure that, you know, we encourage the use, the safe use of the technology in service of our customers on the network.
What has been the feedback from employees? Does it make their work easier or more efficient?
Yes. So initially we thought of AI in the first few days as a tool to actually automate, especially repetitive tasks. But today, with the advent of Gen AI, we're seeing more benefits out of that, because technology through AI and our employees, the people, are now coming together to really create, you know, something really new for Globe and for our customers, most importantly.
And now everybody's talking about, we've only just started getting used to Gen AI, and now everyone's talking about agentic AI and everything.
Correct.
So is Globe also getting into that?
Absolutely. In fact, probably in the next couple of weeks, we will be able to release some innovations led by agentic AI into the market, specifically in the areas of both marketing and customer service and customer experience.
I think, correct me if I'm wrong, I saw a press release from Globe earlier this year saying it's looking to adopt AI models that understand Tagalog in conversational AI to better respond to customer queries.
Correct.
What's your vision for AI in these customer-facing services?
The vision is to be the best in class in terms of where the customers are. So whatever point they engage with the network, either when they use the network to call, to browse, to send an SMS, or to access Globe One app, to use, for example, GCash, and to go to the stores, we will use whatever technology is required for us to continuously elevate the customer experience that we provide on the network, Cathy. That is so important for us, because the true differentiator of any telecommunications company and our heritage is all about, you know, being customer-centric. And we will use a combination of both, of course, technology and human-centric customer service approach to make sure that that journey continues to move forward.
Yeah, I think correct, because I've talked to some experts and they keep saying it has to be human-centric.
Correct.
AI has to be.
It has to be. And whatever the technology will be able to bring, it has to be also inclusive. So the teams have been given some level of guidance to say that, you know, whatever we develop coming out of the technology, it should be for the good of the greater Filipinos. They should be able to use that.
So AI also raises a lot of security and ethical questions. How is Globe addressing these data security and cybersecurity in light of these emerging AI tools?
Thank you for mentioning this, because this is a very important, fundamental part of, you know, what we're trying to do. The governance around the use of the technology, cybersecurity, and also guardrails to make sure that it's safe technology that's being used has been a cornerstone of the deliberate initiative of Globe before we actually democratized the technology or AI across all of our employee base. We continue to also work with, you know, we're a part of the Singtel group, and we continue to learn from, you know, what they do, the other affiliates in terms of what they're doing with regards to the technology. We're also part of GSMA.
Yeah.
And the GSMA, there's open AI work groups, and we're playing a leading part in this particular set of initiatives to make sure that even from that lens of safety, safe use, we are also ahead in the game.
Yeah, especially because a lot of I think consumers are also wary of like giving their data,
Correct,
the misuse
correct.
of data.
And we're
Yeah.
very, very careful in this space, Cathy, because again, it's our license to operate. We have to make sure that the consumers are fully aware in terms of how we safeguard their information, and access is strictly limited to follow regulatory requirements.
So in the workplace, I think a lot of workers are apprehensive about AI. There's talk of AI replacing their jobs and everything like that. In your experience, do you see any roles being displaced, or are workers being upskilled to adapt to these new AI?
So for us, we are really doing a lot of education with regards to, as I said, safe use of the technology. Upskilling has been a very, very important piece of this work. Because truth be told, a lot of the tasks, especially the repetitive ones, will actually benefit from the technology. And in that way, we are freeing up valuable time for our employees to do other value-adding roles or value-adding tasks and processes, which hopefully continuously elevate our customer experience.
Yeah. And I think the government right now is crafting a national AI strategy.
Correct.
Is there anything that you want policymakers to include in that policy to ensure that the country is open to the opportunities and also ready to face the challenges that it brings?
Correct. I think on that front, so we're working very closely with the stakeholders in this particular space. PSAC, the AI associations, for example. And in this particular space, one thing that we need to really do is to make sure that investments for infrastructure, digital infrastructure related to AI should be encouraged by the government. If the government can themselves make some investments, that will even be better. But to begin with, entities, parties willing to actually invest in the digital infrastructure of the Philippines to leverage AI should be given some leeway. I think that's one. Two, as you said earlier, Cathy, security, cybersecurity, safe use of the technology will again be very, very important. So policy around this space will, I know for a fact, is being crafted, and some have already probably been released. So that's the second area. Third would be, of course, in terms of support in terms of use cases for the technology. And there are quite a lot, both in the private and public space. So if the private and public groups can really come together through the PSAC, potentially, this will really help us out, because as you very well know, the last 3 or 5 years, the Philippines is the fastest growing digital economy in Southeast Asia. And the projection is that it will continue up until 2029. If we do not invest in the digital infrastructure, cables, sites, data centers, core locations, nodes, this may not be a reality moving forward. So I'm pretty sure the government care of course, the president and plus the DICT secretary is fully aware of this.
Yeah. Are there fears of, because there are also moves to regulate AI, are there fears of over-regulation?
We don't see anything on the horizon or in this space at this point in time. Knowing how the Philippine government works, it's very, very collaborative. Hence, the role of PSAC is going to be very important, because in that council, there are key players also from the private sector. And healthy dialogue and communication and collaboration, I think, has always been a hallmark of this particular government.
So you mentioned that the Philippines is one of the fastest growing digital economies in the region. How do you see the Philippine digital economy developing in the next 10 years, and what role do you see Globe playing in that?
Well, we'd like to play a leading role. We don't only like to play an active role, we'd like to play a leading role. And by that, I mean any part of the digital economy infrastructure that is there, you will find Globe there. That's a point that needs to be made. And you know, our whole purpose is all about uplifting the lives of Filipinos, Cathy. And we plan to actually have a leading role as Filipinos, Filipino businesses, and businesses in general that operate in the Philippines start their transformation journey to truly become digital homes, digital businesses, and digital citizens of the country. We will play a leading part in this.
Yeah. Going back to AI. Yeah, where do you see AI making the biggest impact in your business in the near term?
Well, I think, as I said a while back, the biggest portion, probably the most important part of the business, of course, is network. It will continue to elevate its impact in this particular space. Marketing, our ability to effectively and efficiently have personalized offers to each and every 62 million plus Filipinos subscribers on the network will also benefit from the technology. HR, you know, how we simplify operations, how we actually use the data available to us through the technology, again, will be a big plus for the organization moving forward.
There are so many new AI technologies, use cases right now. Is there any use case or technology, AI-powered technologies that you're particularly excited about to use with Globe?
We're already using it, hyper-personalization. So the offers that each one of the tailor-fit offers each one of our subscribers get, that's one. Number two, we're already using AI. Again, if you have a Globe One app, we have what we call, recently launched probably just 3-4 weeks ago, Scam Shield.
Scam Shield.
Because a lot of scam messages, calls come. So if you have Globe One app, if you opt into the Scam Shield feature, this feature, which is driven by AI, will alert you of any message, any call that comes on your phone that is potentially fraudulent. So this is another use case that we continuously look at. But of course, the hyper-personalization, our ability to execute down to the last detail, because Cathy, telecommunications is all about detail, highly operations. So technology can help in this space.
Yeah, thank you for sharing that about the Scam Shield. Yes, I wasn't aware about that.
It was just recently launched. So if you have the Globe One app, you can turn on that feature, and you will really be.
So it also catches not just through text, but also those on a
yes,
chat.
The one that calls. Because the good thing with Globe, this is so high on our agenda. We're probably the only network, not only in the Philippines, but globally, who does not send a link on any SMS. Even if it's I send you an SMS, Carl to Cathy with a link, we will block that. Because this is where the scams and the frauds actually usually come from.
Yeah, I think that's the number one concern of consumers right now.
Correct.
Phone users. You always hear about scams and everything. It's good that Globe is taking a proactive...
Absolutely. And this is what we want to be. We want to be not only the most consistent network in terms of network experience, we also want to be the safest network around.
Can you offer some advice for companies that are starting their AI journey from your experience with Globe?
I think just do it. Look for a credible, trustworthy partner, and we're here as Globe Business. You can take a look at us. There are also some other players, but the only thing that I will really say, Cathy, at this point in time is, if you stand still in today's day and age, you're actually moving backwards. Because there's really a high chance of organizations that do not leverage this technology. The probability of getting left behind, Cathy, is very, very high.
What can you say to, for example, you're apprehensive, the companies are apprehensive because it's very new technology and there are a lot of concerns about.
That's my recommendation, to really
Just
partner with a trustworthy, credible organization who has done a lot of work or a bit of work in this particular space, because there should be some level of, results already coming in, and do not reinvent the wheel.
Yeah.
Do not reinvent the wheel. And reach out, because other organizations of similar nature, similar level of development, similar industry might already be doing something along this space. So reach out to industry organizations, reach out to a credible partner that can help guide you in this particular journey is what really I would recommend. But the most important recommendation is start now.
Start now.
Start
That's
now.
good.
Start now. Start
Yeah.
now.
So you've been CEO for 6 months or
8 months
eight
now.
months? So,
Well, officially April.
yeah.
So April, May, June, July, August.
Yeah.
5-6 months
Yeah.
operationally.
So how has it been? And
It's been great so far. I'm very fortunate to have inherited an organization that is well placed in the industry. Very fortunate to have inherited an organization with an employee base that is very much engaged and would have a relatively very good culture. We're not a organization that's highly dog eat dog type. We help one another out. We have what we call a globe of good. We treat people right, because our firm belief is if we treat our employees properly, treat them well, service with empathy, they will do their best to do the same for our customers on the network. And that is our circle of happiness in a way.
yes, that's very important. Maybe what would you say are your top priorities in your first year as CEO, and how do you plan to carry forward Globe's reputation as a digital innovator while addressing the core challenges in the industry?
Well, in terms of priorities, number one, we will continue to elevate the customer experience on the network. We've really been customer-centric as an organization, so that's first and foremost. Number two, we will diversify. The intent is to diversify our revenue streams. Again, leveraging the potential of the Philippines to be the fastest growing digital economy. We have a young population and who are already digital savvy and who wants to be online most of the time. Third would be to continue to play a leading role in the digital journey of Filipinos, of Filipino businesses, of government, and the country. That is the priorities we've set forth right now for all of us, Cathy.
Yeah. So how is Globe preparing for the entry of new players in the data transmission sector?
We welcome competition. The only thing is it has to be a level playing field.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, if we are the best in making sure that we know what customers' needs and wants will be through, the Just For You offers and through our long history of innovation and partnerships with like-minded organizations, we'll be ready for anyone who enters.
Yeah. Maybe in the next decade, do you see Globe primarily as a telco or as a tech company?
Both. In this way, we're very lucky. And, we really have to give, recognition to our past leaders. Ernest, for example, who has taken the organization from merely being a telco to a techco that stands on two very strong legs. One is core connectivity, and the other one is fintech. So we have to be both. As I said, one of the key objectives is for us not to play a role, but a leading role in the digital journey of the Philippines. Every Filipino home, Filipino businesses, and the country play a leading role. And if that is the objective, we cannot stay stagnant just being a core connectivity provider. We have to make sure that we get into the digital space. Telecoms, I will always say, is the backbone of any digital economy. It really enables development because once you have core connectivity, Education is possible. Employment is possible. Inclusion is definitely possible. So it's in that space, Cathy, that we will continue to participate and lead the industry.
That's good. Any updates on the much-awaited IPO of GCash, or like any? Because I think the last time you said, I think in Bloomberg, you said it was like later this year, early next year. Any updates on the timeline?
So as of now, we have not. Well, GCash or Mint has not submitted any application to list. So that remains true to this day. What the team is doing is to really prepare for its next phase of growth. Whether that includes a listing is going to be a possibility at any point in time. But as of now, Cathy, there's been no formal application filed with the regulatory agencies for a listing to happen. But of course, it's always part of the directions moving forward. But nothing as of now.
But have the global uncertainty and like maybe fears of a slowdown affected these timelines, or not so much?
Not so much. I think the focus is really to continue serving the 8 out of 10 Filipinos who are on the GCash platform. And that has always been the priority. The good thing is GCash doesn't need capital. It generates its own capital. So the need for an IPO technically, while it's there, not really high on the agenda right now.
Yeah, I think the first half results, right? It showed that your share in the equity earnings of Mint was like 78% higher than a year ago, and then contributes 26%.
26%. From I think 12 last year. So that's why, as I said, we're very fortunate as Globe because we're standing on two very strong legs. Core connectivity, care of Globe, and fintech, care of Mint and GCash.
And that concludes this episode of Business World One-on-One. Watch our next episode on Business World's YouTube channel and social media accounts. I'm Cathy Rose Garcia. Thank you for watching.